So I'm here with one of the most successful barbers around the place. We're just gonna have a conversation. Hope you find this interesting, so stick around. So probably give us like a backstory about yourself or something, probably with high school.
Barber.
Yeah.
Alright, well, first and foremost, came out of the ghetto, alright, so. But see, barbarism was always a passion, you know. This is nothing but raw talent, you understand? I always had the ego to cut people and make them look good. But the life for me being a barber, it wasn't easy, you know. Because now coming out in the barber game, it's always a fight. You know, I have to be persistent. I know now coming out in the barber game and cutting people here, and they appreciate it, you know. When they hear bad comments and these things, it still have to be pressing out. Basically, in this game, I go to Bible, you understand? So, as you can see, my work stand out, you know?
What influenced you into going into barbering?
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, right? I didn't run full on out to school, right? Just finished school, right? So, I know that I had to get a trade. I have to get a trade, you know? But somehow, I would feel barbering called me. Because the story with me, right, the first time I cut somebody here, is actually a good man that I decided, you know. His mother told me, man, yo, take this man to the barber shop for me. I decided 500 and just cut myself. And after the mother didn't complain, I said, like, hi, yeah, there you go. That's something to do, you know. So I had to get trained and I had to get money, motherfucker, you know.
I am the way your son don't need
I decided to cut it.
You just mentioned about cutting somebody here for the first time, a young person, right? So, what advice you would give like to somebody now starting out? How they should go about it, especially financially?
Alright, but I'll be honest with you, right? Anybody get any hustle, any part of the world, man, just do your thing, don't listen to people. And with the finances, I always know this here, when you're doing your thing, there's always get people coming along. You understand? But you gotta be persistent in your movement, consistent, you know, keep doing what you like. And I feel that's the part of a lot of people that don't do what they like. I love this. One of my first jobs, you know, was I worked for people before, right? Before I find this college, you know. I advise any young person, go ahead, do your thing. You can hear about comments, you can talk, all this shit, but keep going. You're bound to be success of it.
Do you believe like person or like a misconception with barbering? Like for instance, like a trade, right? Some might prefer working in an office or something, and might not want to take up certain things.
Yeah, good question. Now, basically, like, being self-employed is one of the hardest things to do because there's a lot of discipline involved. Because remember, with the 9 to 5, you gotta go to work because your boss won't complain. But with this, being self-employed, you gotta be more disciplined. Because I can say, no, I don't have a boss, I need to get up and cut my hair today, but who will feel it? Me? No money in my pocket. You understand? But to the YouTube, all out there, follow your dreams. That's all I got to say. Follow your dreams. At any cost.
Just do it!
This man had a conversation with the wife, right? Telling her that, you know, a lot of people fail to live because, you know, they're just stuck in something that logical, you know, this job is, you know, that's not your life. Tell everybody that being self-employed is one of the hardest things to be because you got to manage, you got to budget. You got to be very, very much disciplined.
You mentioned about like budgeting, right? So then,
how you would say you manage time, yeah, house family responsibility, business responsibility, how like you go about managing?
First and foremost, right, a lot of people don't believe in pen and paper, right? All we hustlers should document stuff. We should put things down, you know? Because you gotta remember, you're making money on a daily basis. You can't get carried away, you gotta focus. Because I'll tell you, at the end of the day, we don't have a boss. You know, even if you go to work and you idle all day and you fail to do your job, you have to get paid at the end of the week. But being self-employed don't go like that. You idle all day, you go home broken.
You smart. You very smart.
You understand? So that's where the discipline is coming into play. You understand? And that, to be honest to you, that's very hard. Being disciplined as an entrepreneur or self-employed. But I manage my stuff well, you can see, you know, I can manage my stuff well. But I believe in writing shit down and moving to your goals.
So alright, so you would say like then discipline is like the key in like say scaling a business?
Yes,
Especially.
I would say that or something else. Two major things in being business oriented or entrepreneurship is discipline and being persistent in what you do. Or matter of fact, consistent in what you do. Because you gotta remember, being an entrepreneur, being a black businessman, you know what I'm saying? It's not just coming out here and make a whole heap of money today and then tomorrow you fail to come out. You know, that's really driving this with discipline. You gotta keep doing it, keep doing it. And that is something very hard because remember now in my trade, yeah, we get bad days, but we also have good days that I may make a week's salary for somebody else within a day. And you know what? That's what the balance be. Not because I make a week's salary on a Monday, I'm not going to come to work on a Tuesday. So, discipline. And also, added to what time of discipline, success and being entrepreneurs are all you surround yourself with. You know? Your peers them not pulling in the same direction too.
So then you ever like had that encounter, right? Whereby when you probably was now starting out, right? Like you probably were like in a sense discouraged to
I'm glad you asked that because yes, when I first started barbering, right? And I went into Barbershop arena professionally. The first time I actually walked in a barbershop, I got certain hairstyles I didn't know. So you know, I remember standing up at the door and I asking everybody if they want to cut and they looking like me like, yo, you too young to cut here. I trust you. I even choked on the haircuts like, hey, no, this is too hard, I never cut this before. One time I'm gonna give up. But I say, you know what, no, I can't be no good. All the key to success is that you can't think about you, people say about you. Because if you listen to the average man, you will not be nowhere close to success. You'll never be.
stepping stone.
Yeah, you have to take your time and blank out all the negative thoughts. Surround yourself with the people who would encourage you. Like, hey, yo, yeah, you're doing a good job.
How do you go about like marketing yourself to bring in new customers?
Well, first and foremost, I market myself by my work. Be honest to you, I always come with a recommendation, meaning that I take pride in what I do. So my thing is not just about your money in my pocket. My business demands appearance, a look, a logo, a trademark, which is next level. You understand? Meaning that when I put a cut or line up or eyebrows on any single individual, I need to get like, hey, when you go there, people say like, who's your barber? Does me drive, does my fuel. You understand? Yeah. And does me fuel because I love this. This is what I love.
My final question to you, right?
Yeah.
What advice you would give young persons like now starting out? Whether it doesn't have to be barbering, any
Generally
trade,
speaking, no, people don't want to hear this, right? Sometimes in success, got a lot to do with like isolating yourself from all the excitement, all the distraction. Set goals, write things down. You cannot remember everything. Use the power of the pen and the pad. Write things down, set goals, and go towards it. Never, ever, ever, ever using your vocabulary that you cannot. You can achieve anything that you want to. You know? That's my advice. Anything you put your mind to, you can achieve. You just set your plan on it. Yeah. Simple.
One other thing to mention, right, within his barbershop, he also has a refrigerator filled with different beverages. So that is like a form of bringing in income for his shop. He also has like 2 females working within the shop as well, doing hair, nails, stuff like that. So there is, in a sense, like a form of scaling the business and bringing in different clientele. So even if as you're waiting to a haircut or do your hair, sometimes you might get thirsty or whatnot. So you have the beverage here, and there's a whole lot of different avenues that you can use to bring us income.
No, I'm not there.